Matt Bradley, let's talk about what we're learning now this hour about the funeral and the days leading up to the funeral as well. We know, I believe, September 19th, Monday, September 19th is when the funeral will actually take place. The Queen will also lie in state at Westminster in the 4 days leading up to that. What can we expect from that?
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts coming up here, Yasmin. And, the one thing you mentioned, the date of the funeral, that was something we more or less already knew. But in the last couple of hours, that was confirmed. And that's obviously a big piece of information. It has a lot of practical impact for a lot of people who live here because it's going to determine when there's a bank holiday, essentially, and when people are going to be going back to work, when the period of mourning ends officially. And so these are important details. They're also so essential to the pageantry. That really is what the royal family does best. So, and I hope you're seeing this on your screen right now. I'm going to rattle through what we heard today. Starting tomorrow, the Queen's coffin goes to the Palace of Holyrood House. That is actually the royal family's official residence in Scotland. It's in Edinburgh. Balmoral, where the Queen died, that's not the official residence. That's actually private property belonging to the family members, to the royal family. It's not an official state residence for the royal family. But after that, there will be, on September 12th, a memorial service at St. Giles Cathedral in Scotland, also in Edinburgh. And that's when, on September 13th, the Queen's coffin will go to Buckingham Palace, near where I am standing right now. And it will be lying in state very briefly in the Bow Room. And it's on September 14th. The Queen will be transferred to Westminster Hall, right behind me. And then the following day, it's Westminster Abbey. That is where we have, excuse me, not the following day. After 4 days of lying in state, then she goes to Westminster Abbey. That's when there's the funeral. And then her casket is transferred over to Windsor Castle. And after that, she'll be interred alongside her husband. But, the reason, Yasmin, why I'm saying that there's a lot of moving parts to this is because the new king, is doing his own mission. This is something completely different. What I just described was Operation London Bridge. The new king, he's doing Operation Spring Tide. Now, this is an effort to send the king, in the first days of his reign, to all of the 4 constituent countries of the United Kingdom. So that's be England, where I'm standing right now, Scotland, where the Queen's casket or the Queen's body is right now, and then Northern Ireland and Wales. So in the next couple of days, you're going to see the king going around as he's mourning the recent death of his mother. You're going to see him visiting people as the new king, introducing himself essentially to his realm. And if it sounds like a fairy tale, it's because that's where fairy tales come from. This is a king introducing himself to his subjects in the most magnanimous way he possibly can. This is a changing of the guard. Again, we haven't seen this in 70 years, and that's what makes it so extraordinary to see this very contemporary, very modern twist on a ritual that has been going on, has been designed and redesigned for about 1,000 years. Yasmin?